with y'all. Let's go. All around the world. Y'all know this is. What's up?
Yo, I got the rock in my hands. Ain't no telling what I'm gonna do with it. When I got possession, I'ma act a fool with it. I might cross you up and fake one way. Turn around and hit you with the MJ fade away. I'm throwing down passes like J Kid, taking cats to the rack. And I'm ducking.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Ravens Report. I'm Dylan Benford and we have a special program for you today. Joining us is Leah Wilcox to talk about being a children's book author. Thanks for joining us. How many books have you written?
I've written a couple of children's books. I actually brought them with me.
Cool.
I have Waking Beauty and Falling for Rapunzel. Those are the only two that I've had published.
How come you wrote the books? What inspired you to write them?
Mostly just the fact that I read a lot of books, and at the time that I had these two books published and written, my kids were reading a lot of children's books, so I would read children's books with them and just kind of have some fun ideas about how I could twist. These are both fractured fairy tales, so how I could twist some of the stories that I was reading to them. And I just gave it a shot and was very fortunate in getting them published.
What gave you the idea to twist the stories?
Mostly, like I said, I love laughing. I love humor, and so I would read fairy tales, and for example, Rapunzel being stuck in a tower. From the time I was younger reading that story, I just thought, why didn't she cut off her braid and get out herself? Why did she have to wait for a prince to rescue her? And so just different things like that as I would read books. This book, Waking Beauty, is about, of course, it's a twist on Sleeping Beauty. And in this version, since she's been asleep for 100 years, the prince comes to, he's actually looking for a dragon. And he hears her snoring, and he thinks that's his dragon. So he goes to kill the dragon, and it's this girl that's got cobwebs and dust all over her because after 100 years, she's pretty nasty. And so the fairies are so glad he's finally there, and he tries to wake her up by doing everything but kissing her. So he shoots her out of a cannon and does all these random things. So when just the original stories are the reason that I would try to twist these ones. I would think, well, what could happen who would want to kiss a girl who's been asleep 100 years? So just thinking of different parts from the original tales that I would want to tweak, and that kind of gave me the ideas for my stories.
That's really, really inspiring. That's all the time we have on the Ravens Report today. I'd like to thank Leah Wilcox for joining us, and we'll be back tomorrow. Have an epic day, Ravens.